Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. I'm about to launch into a shop renovation here in my shop, and it's been a good 3 or 4 years since I've done a shop tour. So let's do a little walkabout, and I'll show you how things currently are and how they have been for the last little while, and get into why things are changing a little bit right before they change. Cool? Come along. Let's check out my shop in its current state. And then we will change that state, not insignificantly. All right, go on. All right, so this is the door to my house. This is my attached one-car garage. It is 11 feet in this direction and 20 feet in this direction. Pretty standard one-car garage, I think. I don't know. I've never measured other one-car garages. But let's start on the back wall. This is the east-facing wall of my house. This is my lathe station. Right now, my lathe station has my Nova Comet 2 on it. After the renovation happens, my Laguna 1216, that's the model. The Laguna 1216 is going to be coming back from the shop that I teach at, and this one's going to be trading places with it to go back down there. I will have a video on my thoughts on this lathe. Watch for that. This is relatively new to me, so I'm not entirely ready to release that one yet. In these drawers, there are various things. This is a drawer of operating manuals, owner manuals. I got my hole saws and my dado stack in here, some files and stuff. I got a drawer of finishing-ish type things, dies and tack cloths and buffing wheels and stuff. This is where my routers and etc. live, router bits and bobs and whoositses. Over here we've got a drawer of random, mostly turning type things. Right now it's got dead shop stool bits that I think can still be used for turning. It's a screw drawer. That's my screw drawer. And then in the bottom, that's all my finishing stuff. So all my oils and lacquers and thinners and things like that. Over right beside the lathe, we have the lathe cabaret, is what I call this contraption. It holds all my lathe tools. Got my grinder down here for sharpening with my Wolverine jig on it. This is the Rikon low-speed 8-inch grinder with a CBN 180 wheel on the one side. And this is my whiskey cabinet that no longer is useful as a whiskey cabinet because I don't drink. So I'm going to have to find some way to repurpose that. My shop vac kind of lives down here. It rolls around, obviously. And then in underneath the sharpening station is where I keep a bunch of bowl blanks and things for turning. Anything else I can talk about in this back corner? We'll get into wood storage down at the end. At the end of the tour, we'll talk about the wood storage situation, and because it's kind of everywhere. All right, let's continue down this wall. We'll talk about my bandsaw. This is my Rikon 10326 bandsaw. It lives on a little bit of an angle so that I give myself more clearance in behind, and then I can swivel if I need to give myself more clearance in behind. It's not ideal. It's one of the things that I'm gonna hopefully remedy during the shop renovation and the rejigging of where everything's gonna live. My pipe clamps and things live up on the wall there. I got this cabinet going with just whatever happens to live here at any given time. My drills, some bits and bobs and more bolts. And when you find bolts in your shop, you find the little bolts and stuff in your shop, they go in a little bin. And they never get put back where they were supposed to go, and then something falls apart. Okay, this is my drill press. This is one of the longest standing tools that I have in my shop. It was one of the first things that I invested in. And it's got an issue right now. because it doesn't stay up. So that's something that I'm going to work on addressing. This is my rigid oscillating belt slash spindle sander. One of my favorite tools, probably. This probably gets used on every project at some point for something. It's got the belt on there right now, but you can swap it off for spindles as well. And this is a pegboard of miscellany, which is going away. There will be no more pegboard in my shop once the renovation happens. I don't like the look of it. It feels garagey to me, and I want this place to feel like my wood shop. So the pegboard's going away. I got my squidgy clamps are going to have to find a new place, and all of this stuff is going to have to find somewhere to go. My electrical panel back there, that's the electrical panel for the whole house. And that's about it. Oh, my dust collector that is literally just collecting dust in the corner. Another thing that the renovation is going to accomplish is going to be proper dust collection and filtration and mitigation and things like that. Right up here, this is probably the newest addition to the shop. That's my new Delta air cleaner. Oh, check it, like, watch, fancy. Watch me being fancy. Do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's going to help with dust, and then I'm going to pipe some tools with that dust collector and another little roll around one that I'm probably going to dedicate to the table saw. Speaking of the table saw, let's go back to the front door and we'll go down the other wall. Hey everybody, quick interruption from Future Mike here to talk about the sponsor of this week's episodes, which could be you. It's the folks over at patreon.com/woodenThingsandStuff. My supporters over there get access to exclusive draws and updates in between videos of things that are happening out here in the shop. They always get to know first when I'm selling things. Sometimes they get little bits of poetry or songs that I'm working on. So head over there if you're interested in helping me out. Again, patreon.com/woodenThingsandStuff. Links down below. Back to past Mike on the second half of the shop tour. Okay, back at the start, we'll go down the other wall. Right inside the door here is my candy and lozenges and I guess PPE. If my boy comes out in the shop, he's got his hearing protection and I keep my Veritas Band-Aids in here. The world's best Band-Aids. Hashtag not sponsored. This is my dart cabinet. It does not get used. It probably won't make the cut in terms of after the shop reno. Let's get into the tool cabinets and tool walls and things. Over here, this is probably the most inefficient use of space in the shop, but it looks pretty awesome. This is where I keep my hand saws. My good chisels live up in here. I got some measuring and marking tools in here. Rulers and squares and stuff live on this door. Again, not an efficient use of space, but it's sexy, I guess. I do have a video series on making this cabinet. In case you're interested, I'll link it down in the description below. This is my table saw that we walked right by. This is my rigid R4512 table saw. It has been absolutely fantastic for me here in the shop. The only thing I don't like about this table saw is where it lives, because I put a router table wing in this side, and obviously I can't use that without moving the table saw. So it's another thing that I'm going to remedy when I rearrange all the tools, is hopefully having this be permanently accessible so that I don't have to move my table saw around to use the router table. This is my bench. This is the heart and soul of my shop. I have a video on making this as well. This is made out of Douglas fir and cherry. I've got a leg vise on this side. Yeah, obviously every project in the shop spends most of its time right here. This is where I spend most of my time when I'm out here in the shop, and it needs a resurface. It is definitely due for a resurfacing, but maybe or maybe not. That will be part of the shop renovation, probably after. This is my plain wall. It's not that plain. Get it? Yeah, this is where I keep my hand planes. I've made a couple of hand planes. I've bought some hand planes. I've scavenged some hand planes. My mallets, some old crappy chisels live here, more writing implements, some little mini planes that my friend Paul made for me live up here. Machinto rasp, spoke shave, hand tool-ish type stuff. Got some C-clamps hanging from the garage, whatever that part of the garage door is called. Track? Is it called a track? I don't know. And then back over here, we've got some more of the squidgy clamps. This is just a piece of 1x2 that I have rabbited a piece of 1/4-inch plywood into, and these just clip on here. It's a pretty decent, that's probably what I'll end up doing with all of those ones. I'll make a second one of those. This is my King Industrial 8-inch jointer with a segmented head. Another one of my favorite tools in the shop, probably. I have a video on this unit that, again, I will link down below. Yeah, it's great. Little benchtop unit, does everything that I need it to do. My planer, unfortunately, lives under the wing of this bench, and I have to pull it out and put it back and pull it out and put it back when I need to use it. Another thing that is getting remedied during the shop renovation process. And then we got another piece of stupid pegboard. All the pegboard's going away, so this type of stuff is going to have to find a new home as well. Let's talk about wood storage, and then I can start ripping this place apart. So the wood, I made some racks out of simple 2x4. They are sort of up and out of the way, but still accessible by step ladder, which lives down over here. They did at one point they were categorized, so like that's still mainly maple. Actually, that's still all maple. And then the top one up there is cedar, but it's got some other things on it now. Then we got our cherry and exotics. This used to be just walnut. It's become sort of whatever doesn't fit somewhere else at this point. This is hardwood other, we call it. It's all the oaks and alders and stuff like that. Douglas fir up at the top. I also have a huge stack of Douglas fir out under my deck in the backyard. But that's where the inside Douglas fir lives. And then up and around underneath the garage door, I've got all of my sapele stash. So one of my favorite woods to work with is sapele. So I have probably, I don't know, 120 maybe board feet of sapele up under there. And then this is my pine and other softwood, sort of general construction lumber type stuff. When I have scraps of that, it lives up there. And that is my shop. So hopefully that gives you a sense of where things are currently at and where they have been. Like I said, not much has changed over the last couple of years, but things are about to change pretty significantly. So stick around, come on back for future videos. I'm going to do a couple of videos on the shop upgrade and how it's going along the way. The various things that I'm going to do. And I am very, very excited. No, I'm not excited to do the shop renovation. I'm excited to have the shop renovation done. All right, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. See you next time. I'm going to start pulling stuff off the wall. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. Shop tour day. Let's do shop tour. No, that's a stupid way to start this. Let's not start like that. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. I'm about to do a not insignificant shop renovation. It's not a structural renovation. Things aren't changing in terms of the actual shop itself. But I am going to be making some not insignificant changes to the layout and do some painting and lighting adjustments and things like that. So I thought that it was about time. That's not a good, no. Yeah. Getting there. Yeah, that was better than the last one. Hey everybody, welcome. That was worse. Hey! Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Be-doodly-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doodly-doop. Okay. You get the rhythm.
Get it up, shake it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. It's been 3-4 years since I've done a shop tour, and I think now is a good time to show you how the shop has been throughout almost all of that time. Because I am going into a not insignificant shop renovation this week, really starting right after I'm done this. So let's do a little walkthrough of how the shop has been functioning and where everything has been living for the last couple of years. I am in a one-car garage here. It is 11 feet by 20 feet. And so this is how my shop has been set up for the last while. That was a lot better. It's still not good. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. I already forgot what I was going to say. I just went through it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. I am about to endeavor into a shop renovation here in my one-car garage workshop. I am 11 feet this way by 20 feet that way. I haven't done a shop tour for 3-4 years, but now's a good time because I'm about to do a shop reno and I want to talk about the way things have been operating. And then after the shop reno, we'll talk about how things will hopefully be operating. Okay, let's start over at the door into the house and we'll go around and I'll show you all the goodies and let me know if you have any questions about anything down in the comment section. And yeah, come on, let's just do a little walkie-talkie. A little walkie-talkie? Like, over. Fucking idiot. You suck at this. Hey everybody, it's Future Mike. Just quick interruption in the middle of the shop tour to talk about various ways that you can support what I do here on the channel and here in the shop and here in my life. Ugh, you're not good at this. Hey, quick interruption from Future Mike. I just wanted to talk for a quick second about the sponsor of this video, which is my friends over at patreon.com/woodenthingsandstuff. I do leave links down below to various ways that people can support me, but the best way to do that is over at Patreon. You get exclusive access to me in terms of asking questions, giving me feedback. They get periodic updates on projects in between videos. They get access to exclusive draws. They're always the first ones to know when something is going up for sale. There's various benefits for being a paid member over there. Thank you so much to the folks that have signed up over there and are chipping in. Thanks, garbage truck. Really? Like I almost finally got through it.